Hello, freshmen. With your first final exams taking place in just a few weeks, let's take a few minutes to review some test taking strategies. Although some of these strategies may seem simple, they are proven ways to reduce test anxiety and to perform better on your tests. To review these tips at another time, check out this presentation in your iTunes U course. Although your teacher may or may not provide study guides for review, the time to start studying is now. Make a plan. The first step is to prioritize. Which finals do you need to focus on more to bring up your grade or to ensure that your grade stays at a high level? Next, break it down into smaller pieces. Instead of cramming for hours the night before a test, spread your studying over several days for shorter periods of time. Be prepared. Make sure you have everything you need to study for your exam. Even if you don't have a study guide, use your notes, past tests and homework assignments, and any other information you have collected over the course of the class. Once you have a plan in place, follow through and get it done. We all learn differently, so it makes sense that we may have to study differently. You have your own unique learning style, so you need to find a way to study that matches your style. Here are some examples based on different types of learners. No matter what you plan to do, challenge yourself to do more than simply reread what has been given to you. Make sure you are engaging with the material in some way as you study. Before each final exam, make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Get plenty of sleep. Don't try to cram for a test the night before. Eat healthy, including a breakfast every morning before the final exams. You might be testing when you normally have lunch, so it might be a good idea to bring a snack. On the day of the test, make sure that you are on time and prepared. Come with your charged iPad, calculator, pen, pencil, or any other materials that may be required. You never know what the temperature in the room will be, so dress in layers. It may seem like common sense, but don't plan on starting or ending any relationships during finals week. In fact, avoid making any big changes to your life, as these can affect how you perform on your test. Here are some tips for when you are taking your test, regardless of how well you know the material. First, make sure that you're looking over the entire test, reading the directions carefully, and reading every answer to every question. Circle words that are difficult to you. When you can, rephrase them, putting difficult questions into your own words. Skip questions that you don't know the answer to. Clues might be found elsewhere in the test, and so you can come back to those questions later. When you don't understand, ask your teacher to re-explain some directions. Use all the time available to you to look over your answers. The next few slides outline specific strategies for specific types of tests. For multiple choice tests, answer the questions you know first. Eliminate obvious wrong answers. If two answers are the exact opposite of each other, one is probably the correct answer. If there is a disagreement between the subject and the verb in an answer, it's probably a wrong answer. In the end, go with your gut. If you think that something is the right answer right away, you probably are right. For essay and short answer questions, make sure that you write neatly. Make an outline before you start writing. Circle key words in the question to help outline your answer. Quality is better than quantity. Answer all parts of the question. In the end, proofread your answers. For true or false questions, if the question uses an absolute, like all or never, it's probably a false statement. If some of the statement is false, then all of it is false. Words that allow for exceptions, like usually and most, usually mean that the answer is true. There are a lot of things during final exams that are outside of your control. To best overcome test anxiety, focus on the things that you can control. First, be prepared. Know what the test will cover and the type of test you will have. Beforehand, test yourself. Know what you don't know so that you can study it. Choose study strategies that work for you. Review study guides and materials given by your teacher, and attend any review sessions that you feel are necessary. Also practice positive self-talk. Say positive statements to yourself, especially if you're getting nervous right before an exam. For example, repeating to yourself or thinking to yourself, I can do this. I know this material. I practice this. Can all help. Finally, if you feel that you are getting anxious during a test, practice controlled breathing at your desk. Place your hand on your belly. Breathe gently in through your nose for a count of 4. Let your breath expand your belly. Breathe out for a count of 4, and repeat until the anxiety decreases. Final exams will take place on December 18th, 19th, and 20th. Final exams will take place in the periods that are listed on the screen. On the first and second day of finals, you will have a Spartan Plus section between each final exam. However, on the third day, you will go from your 10th period class to your 11th period class exam. Now is the time to create your studying plan for your finals. Make sure to use these studying tips and any tips provided by your teachers as you make your plan of action. Before you leave, please scan this QR code and take our exit survey so we may improve this presentation in the future. Best of luck on your finals and have a wonderful winter break.